that is right. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Lakshmi, do you have the presentation also?
Yes, we do. I do. Not from the Vishala ma'am, not yet, but I have the old one. Oh yeah, she sent the her her version also. She sent just now. I'm going to share that. Yep.
Can you send it to me also?
Yeah, I will send it to you, sir.
It will be easy for me to do the.
So it
What all
was
have we
under
covered? Major causes of illness has been done, right?
3 causes of illness is unscientific, unwanted, and irregular.
No, no. What all have been done?
Um, this one, sir, 3 causes of illness and 3 dharmas.
Okay. Have you sent the PPT to me? I'll just.
I'm sharing it here. Do you want me to send it to you right away?
Yeah, yes. So
Okay.
that I can manipulate based on the discussion.
Okay. Sure.
Otherwise, we'll waste time me asking you, you doing the same thing.
Send it to you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then I will share it. Okay.
Okay. Chandra sir, Chendra. Chandra sir, can you please respond to your team lead Gayatri ma'am?
Lakshmi ma'am, can we get the recordings, access to the recordings?
Yeah, it's already updated and uploaded everything. You just need to go there and then check.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Check it out, Arunachaleshwari ma'am.
Okay, I mean, last to last week I checked, I got only few which Ashok has uploaded. Oh, okay, I
It
did
is,
not check after that. I
it
will
is
check.
here. I watched it today morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. The first question. Where is this? Okay, one sec. We need to record this, right?
It's already recording, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's already recording. That's right. Yeah. So, let me ask the first question. What is the purpose of this 3 tablets? Anybody? Why do you need to learn 3 tablets? And does 3 tablets align itself to any chakra?
I know, sir.
No, you are not a student here. A question is for the students.
Actually, I mentioned it wrong. I did mention it in my yesterday's presentation, but I was wrong actually. I meant something and I said something. But today I will correct it.
Okay, correct it. Go ahead, correct it.
It's sacral chakra, sir.
Okay,
Manipuraka chakra.
okay. Manipuraka chakra represents what?
It's a it's power.
It is power. So how does three chakras, three tablet concept align to that?
How to balance the power? How?
No.
Hmm.
How the power grows in stages.
Huh.
This is a grading concept,
Huh. Yeah, grading.
right?
Yeah.
There is an initial phase, then there is an intermediate phase, and there is a final phase.
Okay.
Okay? So that is how this is the gradation. Three, it's not all the three lower chakras. What is the root chakra? Krishna Priya.
Survival mode.
Yeah.
Correct? Root chakra is earth, stability. The need for stability or the lack of stability or too much of stability. Right? When it comes to the two tablets, what is it telling you? So oneness, Mother Earth and all that is the one tablet series. Two tablet series is your Swadhisthana. What is it talking about?
Duality.
Duality. So two sides of every element. And what is the objective of the second chakra? Come on. What is
Two
the
sides.
objective of the
Water.
second chakra?
Water.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Balance.
Chakra water.
Balance.
No, water is its quality. Okay, water is its quality. Whereas what Harshita said is right. It is maintaining balance. What happens? Water is fluid, right? It is flexible to take any structure. But what is the ideal structure that you want? You don't want to be at the extremes. You want there to be a balance. The third one is power. This power cannot be stationary. It has to be continuously circulating. And when it is circulating, it has three stages: the inception, the intermediate state, and then the final state. Or there are three qualities. It is a question of, again, walking the middle path, because walking the middle path is being happy, which is the purpose of life. Are you all with me?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi, can you send a reminder? I'm really surprised. There are only 6 people interested.
Sir, I sent a reminder also just now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So here, what happens is, these are, all of them are individual concepts, but they have been grouped so that they identify with the 3 stages of their evolution, their gradation, and their manifestation in our day-to-day life. Right? So from that perspective, today, what has been covered? The 3 types of illness, the 3 duties. What all has been covered, Lakshmi? I was not
Those
there.
two,
That is,
those two,
Three
sir.
dharmas. Dharmas.
Those two, sir. Three reasons of illness, 3 types of diabetes, but we included meals, rice, curry, sweet in 3 reasons of illness.
okay.
Lakshmi, Parvati, Saraswati.
No, that was covered yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Yesterday and day
yesterday.
before. That one we will cover in the next session.
Okay.
In the 3 tablets, everything is in 3 levels, like 3 gradations.
Yes. Okay. So here we are talking about, okay, what is this? Okay. See, let me look at it this way. Okay, we will come back to this. So, three types of illnesses, correct? Or what are the root causes of illness? Those of you who have attended my session during my spiritual tour, how did they understand? What are the fundamentally, what are the causes of an illness?
Your food, your thinking pattern, and
Eating pattern, thought pattern, and a relationship pattern.
Correct. But then, what are these patterns doing? How are they creating the disease? Have you
They
forgotten the woodpecker concept that I spoke about?
yeah, same frequency. They're hitting in the same frequency.
same
Correct.
frequency, and the atoms are making patterns accordingly, and like to like attracting. them.
Right. Right. So now what is happening is, okay. Plant-based, yeah. So if these are the three causes, correct? How do you think they impact, or how do you think they really cause the disease? And this is what I don't like. And I'm in a class. Okay. One sec. I'm removing the sharing for a specific reason. Okay. Otherwise, what is happening is whatever you have gone through in the class, you are going through in the same mode. Right. Lakshmi, you project the questions so that we relate it to these two topics.
Okay. Okay.
Because otherwise, I'll be repeating what happened. There's no point in repeating. Let there be questions, let there be answers to them.
Yes, sir. So the question is, what
No, you need to
is...
project, right? You're not projecting it.
I am.
Why am I seeing your WhatsApp screen rather than the questions?
This is a questionnaire
Yeah,
from the
but I'm
chat.
not seeing that chat. I'm only seeing your WhatsApp screen.
Oh, okay. But I am projecting this one.
Maybe you're not sharing that screen.
Yeah.
But I am doing the
No,
whole
now
thing,
Krishna
actually, the
Priya is
entire thing.
come. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see
Now they
me?
have come. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So, how do we understand the concept of death, birth, and who am I? Anyone wants to try the answer to that? But why did this question come here in these topics?
I don't understand, sir. Why? Because you see the timing 9:20. Koti sir asked. So how do we understand the concept of death, birth, and who am I? Maybe for the unwanted eating, unscientific eating, and for that one it came.
No, I don't think so. It's not related to that at all. That is before the session, because what is the theme of today's session, he was asking.
Hmm.
So that is not the one. Let's come to the next question. What does
Yeah.
it mean if curry is left over? See, uh, first of all, Krishna Priya, the
Arunachaleshwari ma'am asked.
uh, who asked?
Ar-
Arunachaleshwari. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what does it mean if, first of all, what is the life to be? Let us go to that particular, you present that screen also, or I will do it. No, 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 we can't do two of them, right? Okay.
Should
ठीक
I
है,
do
let me, huh?
two windows? Can we share?
No, we can't,
Oh.
right? So let's go back to, okay, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what did we learn in the 12 tablets? What did we learn about food?
Optimal diet.
Where is Arunachaleshwari? Why is she silent?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm thinking, what did we learn in 12 tablets about food?
Yeah.
Uh,
What is the fifth tablet? The fifth tablet,
Silence and optimal diet.
Optimum diet.
optimal diet.
Yeah.
What
And
is the meaning of optimal diet?
eat only as much as it is required. And it's not just food that we take, it is through eyes, through mouth, through ears,
Correct.
or through all
Right?
our senses. Yeah.
Correct. And it needs to be well balanced. It needs to be aligned to your purpose of life. What is the
Yes.
purpose of life?
To be happy and to progress in the uh, lifetime.
Correct.
To
And
progress
then we
ourselves.
also learnt about the plant-based diet or vegetarian diet. Correct? That is what the
Yeah.
composition is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it needs to be wholesome. Correct?
Oh, yes.
If the diet needs to be wholesome, oh, it has gone that way, is it? Hmm. The intelligence of this Microsoft product sometimes confuses us. Right. Okay.
Now keep your hands straight.
Okay. Where is this? Okay. Right. So here what we are talking about, when we need to define a balanced diet, right? For us, balanced diet is containing a wholesome composition of food. That we are characterizing as a full meal. A full meal means it needs to have the carbohydrates, it needs to have all of them. So, in our practice, in India, we may say it is rice, vegetables, that is the curries, and the sweet.
Okay.
Here, if we are talking about the balanced diet or a full meal overseas or in the Western worlds, it needs to have bread, it
Protein,
needs to protein, and it
veggies.
needs to have sweets, right?
Okay.
Okay, right. I mean, instead of sweets, you may use the word dessert. Okay,
Yes.
right. So that is what makes a full meal here. So when it comes to that kind of a meal, right? Uh, where is that gone? Where is the full meal here? Rogi, Bhogi, Yogi. Right? So, let us take one sec. Let me do one thing. This is not working properly. Okay. Yeah. Let me put this into slideshow and then remove this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now let us try to understand. If a full meal here has got all the components that is able to give us the necessary energies to have a completely balanced health. When it is balanced health, it is a question of balancing the three components, and the composition of a meal needs to be comprehensive. That means it needs to be nourishment, it needs to be the sustenance, it should be in abundance, adequate quantity, it needs to be promoting health, and the combination of all this is going to promote the quality of life. If we take that approach, right? So we are talking about rice, bread, or noodles as the one of the important composition, right? So in comparison, in a spiritual manner, in our body, what is it that is the root? Like all meals, the most important ingredient is the staple. The staple food comes from rice, bread, and noodles. In a human's life, what is the stable, this one, which is just like the one that is holding everything together? What does it happen to be?
Uh,
That.
Sorry.
It is your soul,
Oh,
Atman.
right? It is your soul. You don't identify it with the paraphernalia. You don't identify the food with. When I say, let's have dinner, what comes to mind? There are side dishes, there is supper, which is the bells and whistles, and there is the staple food. In the spiritual concept, the staple food is identified with the soul, the one that is taking all of the experiences. Correct? So, the moment we see rice, it relates to
soul.
Atman.
the soul. Identifying, how do you identify food? You identify food with rice or noodles or bread.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, when you are identifying yourself, you are going to identify it with the concept of saying, I am the soul, not the body. Body is the vehicle. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Right. So body happens to be the vehicle for the soul to navigate itself through various scenarios where it is taking the quality and quantity of life.
Okay.
Okay. So this is one of the compositions. So when you, so what do you understand when you get these components in your dreams or any experience with that?
I am soul.
I am soul. I need to identify with this. Where is my purpose of life is getting manifested through this. Where am I going? Any experience related to rice happens to be indicating that I am to work with my soul, the soul progression in any way. Okay. Now, what is the objective of curry? if we take life as such, right? How do you identify what are the bells and whistles of life? Or as the life progresses, you are born, you go through the stages of life, correct? What are you going through?
Challenges,
You are going through
events.
challenges, you are going through the needs of growth of the life, right? So let
Mhm.
us understand this Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? In life, there is a need to satisfy hunger, thirst, and sleep. There is a need to look at the security aspect and survival aspect out of, as we progress in life. We cannot travel alone. So we need the various kinds of relationships in life which have an emotional bondage, right? We also need to be recognized. We need to be accepted as we progress in life. Then we have certain quality requirements of life, and we also have the final, this one, which is in terms of self-fulfilling qualities or components within life. We need all of these to make life comfortable, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, anything that is missing is an indication that life is not really going as per, right? Do we feel that or we don't?
Yes, of course.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So now we are identifying these aspects which make life good, make life bitter, make life happy, so on, to be compared to what we call the most important side dish of life, of food, which is the curries, which brings in the flavor to the base. What is the base? The base is
Rice.
rice or
Salt.
noodles or
Yeah.
bread, right? Okay. So curries represents the flavors of life. What are these flavors of life? We went through some of them. They happen to be duties, they happen to be responsibilities, they happen to be activities, etc., which may start with desire and help us evolve. Correct?
Yes.
Everyone with me in understanding this concept?
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Yes.
now we are going into the depth of the side dishes which bring in flavor. We are calling them curries. You may call them side dishes, right? Which again need to be balanced. So there will be a little bit of emotional component. There will be a bit of the 12 stages of all the emotions, which is the consciousness, or you may also refer it to as energies, which is guilt, shame, etc., etc., starting with courage and then facing the lives, looking at situations, picking up the experiences, converting that to wisdom. This is the equivalent of the food concept in our real life. Have you understood that fact?
Yes. It is adding flavors.
Correct. Right? Now, so curry is a combination of many flavors which takes in the combination of color, it takes in the combination of the components that make it up, etc., which give the basic flavor. what is the flavor in when it comes to the spiritual aspects? It is inner
Relationship,
desires, materialistic desires, right? Understanding about ourselves, which is our awareness,
Emotions, emotions and
emotions,
power.
yeah,
Power.
emotions, and overlaid with a little bit of commotions, because there have to be fights in the house, right?
That's why we have growth.
Right. So, we basically, the objective of all of these is to help you understand the or experience the flavors, right? Okay. Now, what you like, I may not like, and what we both like, a third person will not like. All of us fall into the category of those flavors. There is a purpose of life, there is a purpose of the universe also, which is achieved through this body. Okay? So, we identify curries or the mixture of curries to be related to purpose of life, which is going to be unique to each individual, as well as it is also going to have something common for all of us. For example, what is the purpose of us coming together in the spiritual tablets session?
uplift each other.
Uplift each other, help each other, understand the nuances, etc. This is one part of the learning that is required, right? So, this flavors of life we experience from every situation, and we have got Sajjana Sangatya, Swadhyaya, etc. to make it a good quality. Are you with me?
Yes.
So far clear? All of us on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Then let's go to the next one. Now, some of the flavors which are identified with the best in terms of completeness happens to be joy, balance, everything happening at the right time. There are no restrictions that are coming into the progression of life, right? Which is pleasant, and so on. This completes the meal. It is not essential, but it is qualifying the quality of the meal, right? So, sweets happen to be the completion element, which, if you are wanting to give your meal a score, right, of 10, right, this last bit cannot be neglected. Let us say 3 points or 4 points go to this. The balance is 60%. Or it could be that the basic, who am I in life, happens to be 50% of life, which is your destiny, etc., etc. Right? Curries is adding and qualifying that part of the destiny which is giving you happiness, which is helping you consume your life appropriately. Over and above that, the last bit, the quality element in that is coming from the sweetness. The sweetness is the one that aligns itself with happiness, balance, satisfaction, and so on. So, this is the last but not the least, and one that is most satisfying is the desert part of life. That means every aspect of life you are able to get the best out of the dinner that is laid, dinner being the purpose of life. Clear? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, right. Let's go to the next question, Lakshmi. What is the next question? You can share the question.
Sure. Okay. So it
What is the
says,
next?
Chandra sir, eating thoughts, relationships, and exercise. So exercise means eating thoughts, relationships are included, but not exercise is included.
Eating, thoughts, relationships, and exercise. Why is exercise missing, he says?
Why exercise is not included?
Why is exercise not included?
Yeah,
Sir,
eating is there,
exercise,
thoughts.
no, even for achieving these, right, the underlying hidden activity behind is the exercise. Actions, all actions is what we consider as exercise.
What
In the
about
olden
physical
days,
exercise?
in the olden days, you had exercise for you to even get your food.
Yeah.
You couldn't sit at home and get that. You didn't have gadgets to grind stuff, right? So exercise, that is the reason why we are not including it. It is integral part of life itself. Is your question answered, sir? Chandra sir. Chandra sir is not there.
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah, no, yes, sir. No, no, I thought. I mean, I was just that was just a suggestion saying exercise and
No,
fasting.
see, we didn't consider because this is the spiritual aspect which is part and parcel of exercise, is part and parcel. In the earlier days, in yester years, we didn't have vehicles. We had bullock cart, and it is really tough to drive a bullock cart. Ask me, I'll tell you. I have done that also when I had gone to my village. It's very difficult, first of all, to yoke the uh, bullocks also. Right? So that is the integral part. But yes, in today's this one, we may talk about exercise. I will think about it. It's a good suggestion. Is
Yes.
fasting once a week not advisable as per this tablet? I think your question can be answered by the introductory slide. Okay. And that happens to be the very
Optimal diet.
first slide of this one in 3 tablets, right? Where is that? Somewhere I remember having read that you eat only when you are hungry and all that.
Maybe it's like fourth slide.
Eating,
Uh,
right?
when you're hungry.
Now, somewhere here only.
Yeah, eat only when hungry. The first one, the vegetarianism, plant-based diet.
Correct, correct,
Eat
right?
only when hungry.
So, ma'am, does it answer your question?
Chandra sir, that
Uh,
is.
I- yeah, I mean, the reason I asked that question was at one point, the presenter, madam, she said, if we don't eat, uh, we fall weak and uh, something in those lines, she said. So I thought, is fasting not advised? I
No,
mean,
you see, if you are not overeating, you will, and if you are spending all the energy in the day's activity,
hmm,
then anyway you will eat. Otherwise, eat when hungry is the first one, right?
yes.
Yes, right. Yeah, Lakshmi, you need to project.
No,
So
but
eat when hungry is okay, but deliberately fasting, is it not needed?
It won't be necessary. Eat when hungry means if you're not hungry, you fast.
Okay. Mm, okay.
So does
So
that
which
See,
mean?
means we,
it is the British who gave us the habit of eat at get up at
yeah,
6, have
breakfast.
breakfast, then you
Hmm.
have lunch, then you have snacks in the evening, then you have supper, and then you have dinner, right?
Yes, true.
And then in between you keep filling up with bottles, or no, not bottles, mugs and mugs of coffee,
Yeah.
right?
So which means if I mean it's like on Ekadashi we used to fast in olden days,
See,
but that's
those
not
were
required.
basically, see, they identified it as Ekadashi, but
Hmm.
every 11 days they used to give the stomach rest.
Yeah, so that is 1 day of rest.
Correct.
So
Of
but
course,
when
that
you
also
say
later on they said, I only have snacks, and then in the name of snacks, they would overeat.
yes, yes, that happened.
Correct.
But like you say, eat when you're hungry, it means even fasting is not required.
If fasting is not required, no, fasting is inbuilt into the program of eating.
I mean, for us, fasting means 24 hours completely without food.
No, 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 not necessary.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Can a thought be a scientific thought? I didn't understand. What was the question? Kotis are there? Okay, we will have Koti's questions to be responded when Koti is here, not in his absence. Okay? Right? Okay, then what is the next one? It is not about fasting. We can do fasting whenever we need it. It's the same thing. It's another way of saying eat when you're hungry. Meditating, how long is considered intense meditation? It depends upon the individual's ability, right? In the initial days, what we recommend is equal to as many hours as the age of the person. But if it is more than that, for example, nowadays I sit for 10 minutes, I get so much energy that I don't know what to do with it. So it keeps varying beyond a particular time.
Okay.
Right? Right. Establishing relationship with a negative person dilute our energy levels. Give me the answer. The next question is, does establishing relationship with a negative person dilute our energy levels?
Yes.
What happens in group meditation? Please explain.
Enhanced energy is 3 times more energy.
Group meditation 3 times?
No, astral surgeries happen.
Correct. So, how does astral surgery happen? The energy flows from a higher level to a lower level, but
Yeah.
overall, you have 40% excess energy, that 40% will get distributed to the room or to the group. Correct.
What is the 40% energy?
No, suppose your body needs 100% because of meditation, maybe your energy levels are 140%. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now you go to the group.
Hmm.
Your energies are higher, but
Hmm.
somebody else needs
Yeah.
energy. So
Hmm.
while he is in the group meditation, your energies will not fall below 100%.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ideally. Ideally, it will not fall because 40% of your energy may get distributed. The other and the average of the group is 100%. Yes, that is how it will be. But if your opponent or the person sitting in front of you is having very low energy, he is sick, right? Your energies will get normalized in his company. So your energies will come below the acceptable levels. Are you clear?
But that's not negative energy. We don't call
No,
that
it's
person
not
as...
negative energy. What he is saying is the other person is having negative energy. Let us say he is sick.
Okay, so we considering it as negative.
Yes. So your
Oh,
energies will go into him, right? You
yes,
can't restrict the flow of energy. You are breathing, he is also breathing.
yes.
And emotionally you connect to each other. Then what happens? Energy is getting transmitted, right? It is moving from one place to the other. So it will happen. Is Akshaya here? I want to understand what the question. Why keep carrying toxic relationships? You will learn about bonded and non-bonded relationship. When we come to relationship, we will talk about it. There are 4 types of relationships. And why keep? If it is not part of the bonded relationship, you have an option. What is a bonded relationship?
Sir, I am here, yes.
Yeah. What is a bonded relationship? What is your understanding? Though we have
Uh,
not covered the topic, I am asking it as a general question.
the bonded relationship is like you are compelled to follow those relationships.
You cannot get away from it. Like
Yeah,
father, mother, child,
yeah.
husband, wife,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And though we don't recognize it, even spiritual family members, the spiritual children, are also part of the relationship. Spiritual may not, the spiritual children need not necessarily be bonded. Okay.
Okay.
But it is a relationship that is necessary to be managed, even though not bonded. Bonded relationships, you cannot, even if it is toxic, you have selected them, spiritually speaking. So you have to endure till your learning is over.
So these
Okay.
are like very core relations. How about the relations?
There you have a choice, right? You can select a friend, you can drop him, you can do all that, correct? You don't
Yes.
like a school, you don't like an organization, you don't have to be there and then still suffer. Are you
Yeah,
with
but
me?
relations that you have to carry forward, like cousins and
Yes, I mean, there is no escapism. You may treat them on par with an enemy, wherein you are saying that, okay, you are there, I have to live with you. So I will not complicate my life.
I did not understand, sir.
I will not complicate means I will maintain the relationship. I will
Hmm.
sustain the relationship but not give it any energy.
Oh, okay, okay. I got it. Like maybe like we
Yeah,
will.
he exists, I will let him live and I will live.
Okay. So we will follow what is needed for the society and stuff, but we will not emotionally invest or
Correct,
connect.
correct, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Right. What is the next one? That is, thank you for the beautiful presentation. Thank you very
That's all,
much.
sir.
Right. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So, is this very clear?
Sir, in the rice curry sweet concept,
Hmm.
rice you said indicates the soul,
Hmm.
and
Or
sweet.
basically, who am I? Because without that, what will you do with flavors in life?
Okay, yes, understood. Um, so which is who am I, or finding yourself is purpose of your life,
So, who
and
am I? Who am I is the identification,
okay,
right?
So who am I indicates rice, right, sir?
Yes. Who am I is the core, right?
Is the core.
yes,
Rice is the core. Rice is for everyone.
Yeah, it could be rice, it could be chapati, it could be bread, it could be noodles,
Hmm.
but that is the staple food,
Hmm. Yeah.
without which it doesn't qualify to be called meal.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, and in the slide where it was about sweet, there uh, it was said we are aligned with the purpose of life. So, I
And
mean, that
you are
indicates
also getting the best of, you are enjoying life to the fullest. Your
if you're able to eat
childhood,
sweet.
that means your three stages of life, your duties of life, all of them you are able to enjoy them to the fullest. You are not living in lack in any of them.
Okay. So, like I am diabetic, and for me, sweet is okay, curry is okay, but if I eat rice, my levels spike.
So you will fill it with something very similar to that. If
Yes,
it
I
is
am
not
doing that.
noodles, if it is not that, maybe you will compensate it with something. But ideally, you are supposed to be able to have one of the staple food, right?
Yes, I have replaced rice with millets.
Correct.
Um,
So millets also is a form of the basic ingredient.
True. No, but what I am trying to ask is, what is it for me? I mean, what is it indicating for me to know myself? Who am I?
So see, it means that you have a handicap. How are you going to overcome that handicap?
Like as per this tablet, it says rice is who am I? So
Correct. So I didn't write the word millet, but then rice and millet is one and the same, right?
yeah, but millets is
Millet
okay.
also is is also a staple food.
Yes, it is.
So that is there. What is not there in your life is the 10 out of 10.
I mean, what does that mean?
That
Sweet.
is the sweetness is not there.
Okay.
Correct. The
Yes.
sweetness is missing. Like in my life, it is missing. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
till I establish a proper way of bringing about balance, which I did the hard way, and then now I take sweet also.
Okay. So how do
Okay.
I do that?
You will have to work out. You'll have to work out and identify how you can control. We said we will discuss that. We will. I'm doing
Yeah.
further research only on diabetes, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay. It has to do with our emotional bodies and our thought process and the thought pattern. We need to work on it. We will be able to identify it. That is
Okay.
why I gave you those books, Knowing
Yeah.
Ourselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to go through that, identify what it is for us to implement into our meal concept.
Yeah.
When we have understood how to manage it and we are able to have all a decent mixture of all these things, then we are
Able to balance.
correct. That's the way.
But knowing yourself does not give us meal options. It only says what is the reason behind.
No, you balance that spiritually. The materialistic side will automatically get balanced.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? Otherwise, we meet day after tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anybody has any questions, masters? Otherwise, we will wrap it up for today and then we will meet on Wednesday.
Wednesday, we will cover the remaining topics.
Yeah, and any topics on this one also.
Yes.